Hello, hello. So I am back to share with you Vipassna experience and what I have been processing. So I would tell you that I have slowed down quite a lot after coming back, and I'm not putting any pressure on myself to post or to record or do anything because there's a lot that I have that has got activated in my system, and I just want to be able to process it at my own pace. So I will take my own time to do that, but today I thought I'll share something with you. I want to share my achievements. Specifically those moments that I felt like, oh my God, the change is actually happening during the course. So just a brief of what we did in those 10 days so that you can actually appreciate why those achievements felt great to me. So what we learn in those 10 days in Vipassna is really the technique that allows you to understand that no matter what your circumstances are, good, bad, hard, challenging, or favorable, whatever you label them as, they're just circumstances, and the best or worst part about any circumstance ever that you will experience in your life is that it will create some sensations in your body. That's it. Like, that's what the model says, right? Like, for those of you who know CTFAR says that however we feel, is just like our feelings are sensations in our bodies, and however we feel is not the result of our circumstances, like how much money do we have, how many hours do we have to work, how our kids are behaving, how our relationship is. Like, none of that actually creates our sensations in our body. None of that actually creates our feelings. What creates our feeling is our thoughts, right? And the best part or the worst part is those sensations. There's not, like, the best part of you achieving the best circumstances and achieving all the goals that you have ever wanted to achieve is that you will have some sensations that your mind will interpret as good. And the worst part of the worst thing, imagine the worst thing that can happen to you. The worst thing that will actually happen is a set of sensations that your brain interprets as really bad. And when you're able to really get it at a body experiential level, it's a completely different thing. So while the last 5 years of my coaching journey has been about really experiencing how situations don't affect me, when it comes to how other people are behaving in the relationships, because relationships has been really big for me, so that I don't try to control them, but I focus on how I want to think and feel and can have a deliberate sort of experience with that, right? And then about like the circumstances of the job, or how my business is doing, or how my clients are working through this work. Like any circumstance, the work has really been to come back to that I don't need to react to these feelings that I'm feeling, and I can pause and I can recalibrate my thought process so that I don't get affected by them, right? Now, that work has been at a thought level, like using the life coaching model mostly, and using some of the somatic work that I learned. But what I loved about Vipassna is that in these 10 days, when you're cutting out the entire stimulation sources, you're so focused on understanding your own brain and your own body that you can actually see those sensations. So the meditation technique is entirely about you being able to observe the sensations. And for the first 2-3 days, you do a meditation called Anapana, where they're just asking you to focus on like breathing in and breathing out. And it's funny that it seems so easy, but our minds are so used to getting distracted that it's frustrating. It was frustrating in the first couple of days because I was like, damn it, I can't even focus on my own breathing. Why is it so hard, right? But it is hard. And but once in the 2-3 days, we got to really understand and bring down those movements of the mind. We finally were able to focus on the breathing in and out, and were able to like feel the vibrations in like a smaller part that we chose. The mind became so much sharper that it was able to actually practice then feeling those sensations in all parts of body. And that was so powerful. Now I want to share the two moments of those learning Vipassna that stuck out to me. The first one was so for 1 hour, actually 3 times a day for 1 hour, once they taught us Vipassna, which is nothing but like observing the sensations in every single body part of yours. we were supposed to sit 3 times a day for 1 hour meditation, where we were trying not to move our bodies at all, like just like still pose. I could not do it. I had to move it a couple of times, but the interesting part was to see how the restriction of not moving your own body brought in awareness of your own mind and how it creates sensations. So for example, it would start with like an itch. I would have a sensation to like itch here, and obviously I would want to react to it and just go, but normally I would, right? But right now I've decided not to move it, and that was like, oh my god, this is becoming worse. Now it's just a sensation. The whole idea is that sensation is, the nature of the sensation is it'll rise and it'll go away, right? But what was interesting is that small sensation that otherwise would have probably gone away, the more I was focusing on it with like, oh my god, I don't want this is really bad, I can't even move my hand, it is gonna get worse. And it was becoming worse. It was becoming so bad that I had such strong desire to move my hand and do this, right? And I did a lot of times because it was so empowering. And that was so interesting to see my own mind play games and amplify this, right? Same thing happened with crossed legs. We're supposed to sit cross-legged in one posture, right? And for 1 hour, not moving from that posture isn't a big deal if you really see. Our bodies are way more capable of doing that. But for me, like the pain would start, like the leg pain. And I, for some reason, hate leg pain because I have felt that when I was pregnant, I used to feel a lot of pain. And the moment that pain starts, I'm like, ugh! I use my legs quite a lot in Zumba and lancing and all that, right? So when the pain would start, my body will be like, oh my God, pain has started. Now I'll have to move my body. I can't handle this anymore. I have to change posture. I have to change posture. So that's little pain that otherwise I would have just observed and it would have gone away. My mind, just by focusing on it and feeling that aversion towards it, was expanding it. Like in a few seconds, I could feel the pain worsening so much just with the power of my own mind. And the specific achievement that I want to talk to you about was this. There was a stage I got to where there was so much pain in my legs because I wasn't moving the posture, and I felt nothing. Like I was able to detach myself from it. I was able to feel like it's okay, it's just a sensation, it's gonna go away. And that feels huge because if you ask my husband, he'll tell you how much I go for physical comfort, right? Like I want everything perfect for the experience, and here I was in like utmost pain, and that 1 hour bell rang, and I'm still like, I can go on if I want to, but I get to change the posture if I want to. And that felt so empowering in my body, like, and it has changed me as a person because now I know that I can handle physical discomfort without reacting to it. And knowing it and like actually knowing it theoretically versus knowing it in your body is a completely different experience, right? So and now I want to share another one. The second achievement similar to this was when there was another moment in this meditation, in another meditation setting, that I felt like, I was having a lot of sensations come up. Itching here, burning sensation here, this, and at one moment my hand felt like it was burning, all of that happening, right? But it almost felt like my awareness, like my focus is like a sword. You know how they show in movies, like imagine a sword or a tool that you point to something and things disappear. That's how my awareness felt like in a moment, that, oh, there's an itch here, like itching sensation here. And I focus on it and I see it objectively just for a second and it dissipates. And then there's another sensation and I just look at it just for a second, and the moment I look at it objectively, it dissipates. Like it just felt so empowering that just observing these sensations can make them go away. And look at how much energy we spend reacting to these sensations in our bodies when we don't observe them. So that's the whole and 10 days about, right? Learning at the body level that these sensations don't need to drive us. These sensations don't need to fuel us. But if we don't watch them, we go about doing all kinds of things that create undesirable experiences and amplify our problems. So hopefully this helps. It's a long post, but I just wanted to share this experience so I can encourage you to do this for yourself so you can learn the technique as well. Okay, bye.